In this video, we're going to learn how to calculate a confidence interval for a difference between means problem. And so if we click on our Stat button and we go over to Tests, we're first going to look at the 2 sample Z interval, which is option 9 on your calculator. And so in these problems, if we use our Stats option, you are given 2 sigmas. You're given x bar 1 and n1 and x bar 2 and n2. And so this is where you know your population standard deviations. And so in our problem from the previous video, we were looking at the difference between the mean ages of male and female students at VCU. And our first population was the mean ages of men. And we were given a population standard deviation of 4.5. The population standard deviation for the women was 3.7. And then we now have x bar 1 and n1 and x bar 2 and n2. Since I'm using males as my population 1, then I need to make sure I look at my male sample for my sample mean. And so in our problem, we had a sample mean of 21.3 for the men, and the sample size was 31. And then for our women, the sample mean was 22.8, and our sample size was 35. A common mistake that students will make is that they don't keep track of their populations and they mix up their 1s and 2s. So make sure that your sigma 1s and your x bar 1 and n1 all relate to the same population, and then your sigma 2, x bar 2, and n2 all relate to the same population. And so we were calculating a 95% confidence interval, which is what you type in for your C level. And if you go ahead and click calculate, notice that we get negative 3.5 and 0.5, similar to how we solved this by hand. And so these are the values that you will report, and when you interpret the problem, you will state that we are 95% confident that the difference between the mean ages between male and female students at VCU is somewhere between negative 3.5 and 0.5.